What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Trip. We back with another Pittsburgh Pirates franchise video. Today, we're going to kick the video off a little different. We're going to have a trade go down, one that I've been thinking about. I think it's time to do it. I did play a game offline. I played against the Phillies, and I pitched with Johan Oviedo. And needless to say, it did not go well, and it has not been going well with him. So he is another pitcher we're going to move along with shortstop Mitch Jebb. I want to do this because I want to clear up the how the position is going to work at shortstop. So Cruz is going to be there for a little while. Even if he moves to the outfield, we would pick up another shortstop in free agency or in a trade. So we're not just going to be left there if he does move to the outfield, but we do still have top prospects there. We did just add Miles Naylor. Alika Williams is having a good year in the minors. So clearing things up competition wise at shortstop would help us, and Oviedo just has not been good for us. So we want to make a trade. We are going to make a 2-for-1 trade with the Twins. They are offering up Bailey Ober. Bailey Ober is on the trading block. I previously made a trade for Tony Gonsolin, but I did forget that he has Tommy John in real life. Bailey Ober, a potential good stuff, 2.67 ERA this year. So realistically, that's not how it's going to happen. So Oviedo and Jebb are going to go to the Twins for Bailey Ober, and we're going to make that trade right now. I believe is the trade that I have cooked up. Marco Gonzalez, Michael A. Taylor, Anthony Solometo for Esteury Ruiz, Brent Rooker, and Miles Naylor. We know the Athletics. We know they might trade Esteury Ruiz. If I'm Esteury Ruiz, I'm asking for a trade. He just got sent down for being successful. So I believe he could be traded from Oakland. Brent Rooker, I believe, is a big trade candidate this year. He made the All-Star team last year. Great power bat. What I'm looking for as a DH slash first baseman for us. He will not be playing in the right field. Miles Naylor is the question mark of this trade. Would they be willing to trade Miles Naylor? I don't know. But for me, it's in between Miles Naylor, Daryl Hernandez, and Logan Davidson. I would trade for Logan Davidson, but Logan Davidson's a rookie, and the MLB rookies don't get traded. Miles Naylor is an upcoming project. So this is the trade I am going with. This is the big trade for us that we're going to make. We get future in center field. We get a first baseman for now. We get a future at shortstop. For Anthony Solometo, who is the number 3 prospect in our organization, a top 50 prospect in baseball. Marco Gonzalez, who is pitching his ass off, and Michael A. Taylor, who's playing great center field. This trade is every bit realistic. It's every bit right. We're going to make the trade. I just think that trade made us a lot better. We are going to go ahead and move Brent Rooker to first base. Before we do dive into that game, I do want to get into some of the transactions that happened. Obviously, the contract extension period opened up. So the first person I jumped on immediately was Jared Triolo. Got him locked in for 4 years. Ruiz locked in 4 years. Brent Rooker, we signed him to a 2-year deal. David Bednar got paid 4 years. He's gonna get, it says 52, but he's gonna get 70 million from us. Paul Skenes, we locked him down 6 years. O'Neal Cruz, we're gonna lock him for 4 years. Jack Sawinski for 3 years. Winkowski for 3 years. Connor Joe gets a 1-year extension. He earned that. He deserves the right to at least battle for a spot next year, or at least be on the team next year. He's just been nothing but impressive for us. So obviously he earned that. So I was willing to pay him for that 1-year extension. Leover Peguero gets 3 years. Quinn Priester gets 2 years. Henry Davis gets a 3-year deal.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome.
The
The
Paul
show brings you
Skenes
a matchup of
debut
division
is
rivals.
here.
It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against San
Paul
Singing. One of
Skenes
the
is the
stories in this
number
one is a
one
highly
prospect,
anticipated major league
making his
debut,
major
and
league
all eyes will
debut
be on him
today.
as he gets the start on the mound.
As you hear, all eyes are going to be on him. A 3.73 ERA in AAA, a 4-7 record. He was kind of shaky at the beginning, but had 4 dominant starts to end his AAA career. We are excited. We spent the number 1 overall pick on this guy. Let's see how he attacks this lineup today. Lars Newbar getting it started here. Lead off for St. Louis. First pitch strike for Paul Skenes. Something that these Pittsburgh Pirates pitchers have been working on all year. It was getting ahead of the batters as he gives up his first major league hit to Lars Newbar on an 100-mile-an-hour fastball. It looks like Lars Newbar was just sitting and waiting for that fastball, and he turned on it as soon as he got it. Brendan Donovan steps in here. One thing Paul Skenes did struggle with in AAA was leaving the fastball over the middle of the plate. And we said then and there that leaving it there would hurt him in the major leagues, as Lars Newbar showed you there. Nolan Arenado up to the plate. Paul Skenes is struggling a little here with his command. Will he go back to the fastball? He does. 98 takes a little off of it to get it in the zone. 3-2 pitch to Nolan Arenado. He goes. That's the first strikeout for Paul Skenes. A great one against the great Hall of Famer Nolan Arenado. He strikes him out with the cutter that has amazing movement. He is all smiles here. He needs to get out of the inning now with 2 outs facing Nolan Gorman. 3-2. Runner will go on the pitch. It's a slider that Nolan Gorman takes. Paul Skenes with 2 strikeouts in the first inning as the Pittsburgh Pirates will come up to the plate. Steven Matz, the former Met, will get the start today for the Cardinals. 4.17 ERA this year. He has been a little shaky as a starter for the Cardinals, and the Pittsburgh Pirates hope that they can jump on him early. Jared Triolo returns to the leadoff spot today as he gets the first pitch and he fouls it off. Very, very surprising addition to the roster on opening day, and actually started as the DH and has now won the second base job as he grounds to short. Brandon Crawford, the former Giant Gold Glover, throws to the Gold Glover Paul Goldschmidt. You see the lineup today. Jared Triolo is the big talk, returning back to the leadoff hole as Esteury Ruiz drops to the 8 hole. Brent Rooker had a big series against the Phillies in his debut series with the Pirates. Esteury Ruiz and Brent Rooker are making their YouTube debuts today, but not their Pittsburgh Pirates debuts. Brian Hayes steps into the plate. He takes the first one, a changeup off of the plate. Here's the pitch. Brian Hayes takes a cut, and that is going to be a fly out to center field. The Pittsburgh Pirates are looking to win a pivotal series in the NL Central today as Brian Reynolds comes to the plate. If they can win and sweep the St. Louis Cardinals, they will be tied for first place in the NL Central, which has been a tight race all year. The Brewers have completely fallen off with an 8-game losing streak as they fell from first place to third place. This NL Central race is going to be tight all year with 4 great teams really sitting up there. The Reds have really taken a turn for the worse. As we get the 1-2, Paul Goldschmidt drops it. Can Reynolds beat it out? He cannot. The Gold Glover almost makes a mistake, but makes up for it. We go to the second inning as Paul Skenes returns. Paul Goldschmidt leading off the second inning for us. The 2022 MVP, 267 average, 15 homers, 46 RBIs. Paul Skenes looks and he fires the four-seam fastball at 101. He has had a lot of success with the cutter early. Will he go to it? He goes back to the slider for his third strikeout of the game. He is off to an incredible start, striking out two future Hall of Famers in Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt. Wilson Contreras steps in, who is having a phenomenal year. The National League All-Star sends one up the middle for a single. He is having an incredible year, an All-Star starter. Him and his brother make it to the All-Star game. What an incredible feat for the Contreras family. Brandon Crawford steps in, the former Giant, as he takes a horrible swing at a slider coming out of Paul Skenes. That's a high fastball, and Brandon Crawford goes. The fourth strikeout for Paul Skenes. He has faced 6 batters, and 4 of them have gone down via strikeout. Here's the first pitch to Dylan Carlson, the center fielder. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a slider. What a beauty. Catches the bottom of the zone. Will he go back to it? He does. He leaves it a little up, but that will be the end of the second for Paul Skenes. Brent Rooker making his YouTube debut. The power hitter from the Oakland Athletics joins the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's down 0-2 early. Steven Matz has looked great early in this game. Here's the 1-2, fouled off by Brent Rooker. And the circle change early. Brent Rooker looks 2-2. Here's the pitch. That pitch misses. A great at-bat from Brent Rooker. What will the result be? Here is the pitch. He leaves it over the plate. Brent Rooker's a little early, and he fouls it off. Here's the 3-2. Brent Rooker with an incredible at-bat gets the first walk of the evening for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The incredible Connor Joe steps into the plate, the fan favorite. He has been off to a great start, a 280 average, as he is gonna double, maybe get a run home. It looks like they are sending him. It looks like the Pittsburgh Pirates will take an early 1-0 lead, and indeed they will. An RBI double from Connor Joe. A sweet swinging, right-handed Connor Joe with a double. That's going to set the tone early for the Pittsburgh Pirates. O'Neal Cruz steps into the plate as Connor Joe gets his lead. He takes ball 1, a circle change that misses out. O'Neal Cruz struggling a little bit this year with a 237 average, returning from injury. As he flies to center, this will result in a tag up from Connor Joe. Will he beat the throw? He does. Great base running early from the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is something they have been great at all year. They are super aggressive on the base pass. They will tag, they will steal, they will get leads that you think are crazy and force you to make an error as a pitcher. As Andrew McCutchen fouls off the 3-2. Here is the pitch. He sends it back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit and an RBI for Andrew McCutchen. Captain Pittsburgh is here to stay. It does not matter if he's 37. He's playing like he's 27. Old Andrew McCutchen, the MVP years in Pittsburgh. Esteury Ruiz grounds out for an inning-ending double play. Mason Wynn steps in for the St. Louis Cardinals, the young prospect. This is a battle both managers will be looking at very closely, as these two players are the future of these two organizations. Paul Skenes is making Mason Wynn look very silly early, as he has to most of the Cardinal batters. That's a slider that is going to be fouled off. The timing has just been off for the Cardinals today, as Paul Skenes goes with the 0-2 cutter, gets a fly out to Brian Reynolds for the first out here in the third inning. The lineup turns over as Lars Nootbaar gets another shot at Paul Skenes. Here's the 0-0 fastball that Lars Nootbaar is going to take for another ride for him. He is 2 for 2. Early success on Paul Skenes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Changeup fouled off. What will Skenes turn to here with the 1-2 count? He goes to the slider. That's going to be a wild pitch. It is going to be ruled a pass ball, for the Pittsburgh Pirates, as Lars Nootbaar moves up to third. What will Paul Skenes go to, as he very much needs a strikeout here? He goes to the fastball on the outer side of the plate for his 5th strikeout here early. As you see on the ump cam, it catches the outside corner of the plate as Brendan Donovan is sick. Nolan Arenado gets his second chance after a very unsuccessful first at bat. 1-0-1 high and in. Here's the 1-2. A fastball on the inside part of the plate. Paul Skenes is looking like an early ace for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Stepping in now, the 9-hitter Henry Davis, who has been struggling this year to get the bat going consistently. This is outside, Oh, that's a sinker. Down. Jared Triolo, my personal favorite, steps into the plate after getting the bag from GM Justin Triplett. As he is going to double into the left center gap as Jared Triolo continues his hot streak with his 15th double of the year. A sweet swing from Triolo. He returns to the leadoff spot for the first time since the All-Star break. Just outside the right field pole. He's going to take a hack. It's going to be a foul ball. Will Triolo test it? It looks like he will. He's going to try. This is going to be close. He's in as the throw is off. He gives Brian Reynolds a chance to knock him in with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch from Max. A nasty slurve that gets Brian Reynolds looking foolish out there. The former Vanderbilt baseball player versus Steven Max. He gives it a ride. A double off of the wall as the Pirates take a 3-0 lead on the St. Louis Cardinals. Paul Skenes is loving this in the dugout. Brian Reynolds continues his dominance. Could be an MVP candidate coming out of Pittsburgh. 2-1 Brent Rooker, already a fan favorite here in Pittsburgh. This is just his 5th game. Oh, and he takes a sinker that catches the bottom of the zone. They want to get dominant against the Cardinals. They want to put a stamp on this series. Can they open it up here against Mats? They cannot, as Rooker will ground out to Nolan Gorman to end the inning. Brian Reynolds with a deep double to add onto the lead as it is 3-0. Nolan Gorman stepping in here for the Cardinals. Paul Skenes has shown nothing but dominance, but Nolan Gorman is going to single here early for the Cardinals. 103 off of the bat brings up Paul Goldschmidt. The battle of the Pauls continue. And that somehow misses. This umpire today has been good, but that is his first missed call of the night. As Paul Goldschmidt swings at a circle change and he misses. Paul Skenes looking dominant, but the Cardinals are getting to him early in the 4th inning. How will he deal with the adversity that he is taking on here? Wilson Contreras, the all-star, will step in here with a runner on 1st and 2nd. First pitch, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, clips the inside zone. Will he turn back to the fastball for the strikeout? He will, but Contreras is going to put bat to ball as it is a flyout to Brian Reynolds. As that was a close play as the runners do not tag. A big out for Paul Skenes. Brandon Crawford steps in. Paul Skenes toes the rubber. 100 in and off the plate. Here's the 1-0, 2-0 for Paul Skenes early. Here's the 2-0 pitch. He gets a strike. 100 down over the plate. Here's the 1-1. Out of the 2-1, excuse me, that is going to miss for 3-1. Paul Skenes is in a bad spot here. What will he do? He turns to the cutter and jams Brandon Crawford. DJ BC Raw is going to go to the dugout. Dylan Carlson steps in for the St. Louis Cardinals as they look to capitalize on their first run. A changeup misses high, but it hits for a strike. The worst strike that you could throw if you're Paul Skenes. But he goes back to the changeup on the outer part of the plate. Oh, two outs on Dylan Carlson. Paul Skenes gets out of it after giving up 2 back-to-back singles. He gets out of it unscathed. Connor Joe steps back in after a double in his first at-bat. Steven Matz toes the rubber. He throws that nasty slurve again. He has had great success with that pitch. Connor Joe fouls off the second strike, and he is down 0-2. Here's the pitch. As he singles up the middle, coming back from down 0-2. Steven Matz is struggling here early against the Pirates. The Pirates' red-hot offense is starting to put some hits together here early as O'Neal Cruz takes that slurve outside. 3-2. Will the Pirates put Connor Joe in motion? They will not, as the pitch. Connor Joe is going to go to third as O'Neal Cruz will attempt to move up to second on the throw as it is successful. The aggressive base running from the Pittsburgh Pirates off of an O'Neal Cruz rocket single results in runners at second and third with no outs. here early in the bottom of the fourth. Turn to Zach Thompson, their long relief pitcher with 4.3 ERA this year. He has been very successful against batters, but he gets a lot of walks. Andrew McCutchen, who has been clutch all year for the Pirates, looks to welcome Zach Thompson to the game as he leaves a 12-6 curve over the middle of the plate. And Andrew McCutchen sends it to Philadelphia. A big fly. The 9th homer for Andrew McCutchen goes to Mars. Goes to see future on Pluto. That ball might be going to Atlanta to go see future himself. 442, look at that swing. Connor Joe not even looking at it. He know it's gone. Welcome to the game, Zach Thompson. Esteury Ruiz steps in as the Pirates are dominating the Cardinals early. He has struggled a little bit with the Pirates. The Pirates knew that he might struggle a little bit with the bat, but they knew the upside of having Esteury Ruiz for multiple years is going to result in a lot of great baseball. A loud foul ball from Henry Davis. Henry Davis sends one back up the middle, but Nolan Gorman makes a great backhand play to throw Henry Davis out at first. Jared Triolo, white chocolate, steps into the plate. He has been red hot, batting .291 this year. A team lead. He singles back up the middle. He's just a magician with the bat. Jared Triolo is making a name for himself with the Pittsburgh Pirates this year. Brian Hayes, as I said early, he loves Jared Triolo. All pause. No meat ride. He loves playing with Jared Triolo. Brian Hayes fouls it off. Jared Triolo is going to look to go here. He does, and he's going to be safe. As the aggressive base running continues for the Pittsburgh Pirates. As Jared Triolo gets picked off at second base. He thought he was going to have a free start. But the Andrew McCutchen 3-run home run ups the lead to 6. Skenes set to go here in the 5th inning. Nothing but dominance here early from the LSU pitcher. This game is sold out here today. Everybody is here to see Paul Skenes and what he can do. 0-2 here on Mason Wynn, the battle of the futures of these organizations. As Mason Wynn is going to strike out again to Paul Skenes. For Paul Skenes' 8th strikeout this game. 5-inch break on that changeup with the StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Paul Skenes is looking incredible here early for the Pirates. The one person he cannot seem to figure out, though, is Lars Nootbaar, who is 2 for 2 here early with a double and a single on Paul Skenes. He looks to get him out for the first time as he misses with the fastball that is still sitting at 100 miles an hour here in the 5th inning. As I think he's going to get Lars Nootbaar out here as Brian Hayes fields the fly out from Lars Nootbaar. That's 2 outs here in the 5th inning, excuse me. Brendan Donovan steps in here for the Cardinals. Paul Skenes is getting right to work. As soon as these batters step in, he just starts his motion And he gets going here early with that electric fastball that's still at 100 miles an hour. His arm stamina is absolutely insane. It's Jared Triolo. He's going to make a diving play for Paul Skenes. Jared Triolo is everybody's favorite. This play is insane. Everybody thought this was going to be a single as Jared Triolo puts his body on the line for Skenes. That cutter was nice from Zach Thompson. 3-2. As Brian Hayes is going to ground out. What a comeback from Zach Thompson. As you see down there on the ticker, Mitch Keller has just won his 13th game as we beat the St. Louis Cardinals in the first game. He is now tied for the National League lead in the wins. Mitch Keller has been nothing but dominant all year as he is going to help turn this rebuild around for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So will Brian Reynolds. Is that ball going to go? It does not. Lars Newbar right at the wall, catching the fly ball. Allowed out for the second out in the inning. Brent Rooker steps in. Brent Rooker takes nothing but daddy hacks. He looks to shit on baseballs. Can Zach Thompson throw him one? He does not. But that is called a strike. This umpire is starting to get on my nerves. Again, we are going to have to throw hands. Brent Rooker takes another hack. I know he's frustrated, as I have been frustrated with all of the umpires that have came to Pittsburgh early this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he strikes out on the circle change. Nolan Arenado steps into the plate. Paul Skenes has been dominating Arenado early, but he gets a loud foul ball. But McCutchen is going to make the catch. Dominance early from Paul Skenes, but it is looking like we are coming to the end with Paul Skenes. But as I say that fastball still has life. Excuse me, that was the cutter that still has life. That is the fastball that is still being thrown at 100. 76 pitches in for Paul Skenes. O'Neal Cruz is gonna make an incredible play for him. The middle infield making insane plays for Paul Skenes here early. There has been many rumors about will O'Neal Cruz stick at shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates after back-to-back 10-plus error seasons. But he makes an incredible play right there as Paul Skenes throws an incredible slider to Paul Goldschmidt for the first strike. He goes back to it for the second strike. Paul Goldschmidt gets a loud fly ball that travels a mile, but Brian Reynolds is under it as Paul Skenes is through 6 innings. Connor Joe, O'Neal Cruz, and Andrew McCutchen will be up when we get back. Here's Connor Joe, 2 for 2 with a double, single, and an RBI. Averages up to 285 as he takes a swing at the high fastball. He sits at third on the Pirates in average. Obviously, we know one, Jared Triolo is the league leader. Not the league leader, the team leader, excuse me. As Connor Joe puts 106 miles an hour on the ground for the first out. O'Neal Cruz up to the plate here. O'Neal Cruz takes a first strike hack from Zach Thompson. Uh-oh. Here's O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal Cruz is going to make it after Goldschmidt and Gorman both dropped the ball, but it is ruled a base hit for O'Neal Cruz. Andrew McCutchen having a successful St. Louis Cardinals series. 3 for 5 with 2 home runs. He looks to add to that total here with Cruz on first base. You know he will get a jump here early. Will Zach Thompson pick off here early in the at-bat? He will. We know, everybody knows, O'Neal Cruz is going to run. He's going. He gets a late jump. But Andrew McCutchen, O'Neal Cruz is going to score from first base on a hit and run from Andrew McCutchen. What a play. Aggressive base running from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Andrew McCutchen with the successful hit and run with the speed of O'Neal Cruz results in an RBI single. Esteury Ruiz fouls off the 12-6 curve. McCutchen gets his lead as Zach Thompson throws back. As McCutchen decides in the middle that he does not want to steal. He is in a pickle. He is going to have to run. Run your ass off, McCutch. Run your ass off. Just run. Just run. Just run, Cutch. Just run. Just run, Cutch. Just run. Just run. This is incredible. Oh my God. Nobody can catch him. Oh, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on?
Nope, that's the ball.
Kutch is cracking up in the lineup as I am. I said in the lineup, in the dugout as I am. That was an incredible series of plays right there as that puts the end to a very weird inning. Paul Skenes returns back to the mound, 80 pitches in. Kutch is still cracking up in right field, laughing at himself, but Paul Skenes gets his 9th strikeout of the game. An incredible debut from Paul Skenes. It looks like this could either be his last batter or his last inning, as he hits with 97 on the outside. That's a tired Paul Skenes, throwing 97 on the outside part of the plate. That's still humming through the zone. He's been super consistent today. Here's the 1-2. This is going to be a tight play from Brian Reynolds. He makes the play. Will the Pirates let Paul Skenes finish the inning? It is looking like he is, as he is towing the rubber. First pitch, fastball, misses. Here is the 1-0 pitch. A changeup off of the plate. Paul Skenes needs a strike if he wants to end this inning with him out there. That's 3-0. Will it be a take from Dylan Carlson? It will. 100 at the chest. He wants to stay in this game. He is back hyped up. Here's the slider. Dylan Carlson swings at a pitch that hits him. Embarrassment coming from Dylan Carlson as Paul Skenes looks like he has the momentum in the at-bat after a 3-0 start. He looked to go back to the fastball, but that was unsuccessful as he brings out the slider that Dylan Carlson is going to rake. Will he try to go to second? He is. Will he be safe? He will. That is a double for Dylan Carlson that will most likely end the night for Paul Skenes. A great outing as Josh Winkowski, who has had a great year this year, who has not pitched in a while, as the Pirates are just looking to get him some live action work here late against the Cardinals. When the young prospect for the Cardinals steps in to face Winkowski. Takes a first pitch hack at a circle change. That sounded like he hit a pillow. Sinker down and away. Gets a great cut from Mason Wynn, but misses. Josh Winkowski gets a play on a short hop from Jared Triolo. Henry Davis, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out today, looking to get stuff going against Andrew Kittredge. Slider misses low as the Pirates continue their ass whooping on the St. Louis Cardinals. They want to put a stamp on this game. We had WrestleMania last week. We have the Pirates now. We have UFC 300 Saturday. This has been a great run of events early here for sports. Jared Triolo, the talk of the town, steps back in, and what does he do? He singles again. He wants a hit more than anybody right now. As Jared Triolo gets picked off once again for the 6th time this season. He gets picked off. St. Louis needs everything to go their way right now. That's going to start with a strikeout and a makeshift 1-2-3 inning from the Cardinals. Winkowski is looking nasty as always as Newbar grounds out to first for the first out of the inning. It is looking beautiful here, guys, as 33,734 people packed PNC Park to see this ass whooping on the Cardinals. If this does come out on YouTube a little later, Justin Gaethje might have already won. But Josh Winkowski is looking even nastier. Brian Reynolds steps in here in the bottom of the 8th for the most likely last at bat for the Pittsburgh Pirates, as they have established their dominance. As you guys can see, the beautiful city skyline here in Pittsburgh with the yellow bridge in the background, the sun setting. The fielding has been incredible. The pitching has been incredible. Base running has been incredible with some mistakes. An incredible pickle from Andrew McCutcheon that reminded us of the Little League days of playing pickle in the backyard. He had it going for a good 5 minutes. Brent Rooker steps in. Can we get a daddy hat from Brent Rooker to send this game into a frenzy, as he's going to foul off the sinker? Not a lot of good hats here early in this game for Brent Rooker. He looks to add late here as he gets a slider that he's going to ground into a double play. As Connor Joe looks to continue his hot streak here for the Pirates. Kittredge getting ready with the 0-0. Connor Joe is going to fly it into right field as the Pirate. We have upcoming games against the Houston Astros. We finish out tomorrow with the St. Louis Cardinals as they look for a sweep. We get Houston. We get to go against the World Series champs at the beginning of August in Arlington. We get to test our talent, our late season talent. These are the teams that are going to be in the postseason. Jared Triolo. He is amazing. He might be the best white boy since Eminem. Jared Triolo. Look at that uniform. He has been getting dirty all game, making plays for Paul Skenes and Josh Winkowski as the Pirates look to get the last out against Wilson Contreras. First pitch strike from Winkowski. But yes, the schedule is looking a little rough for the Pirates, but they are showing here early post All-Star break that they can compete with the big dogs, as that is going to result in a 7-0 shutout from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Paul Skenes with possibly the greatest rookie debut from any starting pitcher. 7 innings pitched. 6.2 innings pitched, with 9 strikeouts, giving up no runs, earning his first MLB win. Pirates take a 2-0 series lead. As we will continue the series when you see us next here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for the support. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all keep hitting that like button. Let's get them subscribers up. Let's get to 100 so I can start streaming on YouTube. And just thank y'all so much for y'all support. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.